Okay. So, sensor contact. I hope we don't have to get too crazy here. Or I hope that sensor contact still remains when we have to do Bitsy. I feel like in the first episode of the session, 2 episodes ago, kind of gave the idea that I was going to talk about a bunch of things. And I don't really, I mean, like, do I want to talk about what I'm helping my grandfather with? Like, not really. And I guess I could. I don't, there's nothing really to mention about cars. About washing cars. And I don't, there's nothing I really need to talk about my friend who's visiting. Also, I am extremely paranoid and just had to check that I was actually recording my audio. What was I gonna say? Holy shit. Oh, my, grandfather's putting up an awning. An awning? I guess an awning. A cover for a patio. So, yeah. It gets hot. I mean, it's more of a shade, I guess. I don't know what technical terms. You know, that's one thing that's fun. Language, how it evolves, how pedantic people are about it. Because, like, my goodness. Because, like, I don't know. It seems like a really pretentious thing to say, like, words have meanings. Because, I mean, yes, they do. And, like, it is... Sometimes it is absolutely, like, crucially important that you get these things right. But then also, in 100 years, something that was a very specific difference might just completely change. Like clip versus magazine. Talking guns. Clip versus magazine. Like, what is a clip? What is a magazine? A clip is a thing that holds ammunition. A magazine is a thing that holds ammunition and has some acting pressure to, you know, allow it to feed out of the magazine, right? So clip is just a piece of metal, or plastic, I guess. And a magazine is a piece of metal or plastic and a spring. You know, you could get more technical about it, and if you were gonna, like, theory craft about a lot of things, you know, what if there's another acting force? Like, you know what, actually, the mass and light machine gun, does it have a clip or does it have a magazine? Does it even really count as anything? Because it is a box that holds cartridges. There is a clip, or there is a spring, but it's a spring clip. And you feed the magazine upside down. There is no spring acting on the cartridges. It is gravity fed. The mass and light machine gun is fun, from a nerdy, technical point of view. That I feel like just because it looks like a magazine, you call it a magazine, is kind of the vibe, but it's a clip. I would say it's a clip. I mean, it does not contain the, you know, the concept of gravity within itself. So, you know, I mean, I would, like, does it even hold the ammunition? I mean, Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does, but it doesn't hold it in the same way, right? So that's a fun thing. And there's a bazillion other things, you know, that you could think of. Well, okay, I was gonna say Leviosa versus Leviosa, but also that's like a really technical thing. A very technical thing in a very technical magical world with very crucial magic components to them, and like, yeah, that's obviously a little different. And then there's also, I mean, then there's you know, God, at the very militant, martial focused mindset here apparently, but like, you know, I mean, warrior and soldier and trooper and, you know, marine. Oh my god. I mean, all those words have different connotations. I feel like who you're to, you know, depending on who you're talking about, like, if somebody was describing their armed forces as warriors, that might not give the best connotation to somebody who would describe, you know, their armed forces as soldiers, and vice versa, depending on, you know, what you want to think of that particular thing. And then marine is just a word. And I'm not a military buff, really, at the end of the day. I like guns. But, like, that, the guns are only, and swords, and, well, weapons in general, I guess. But that's only a part, a fraction of, militaries, and, certainly has not a lot to do with military organization. Marines could be grunts, Marines could be special forces, Marines could be have nothing to do with maritime activities. They could have everything to do with maritime activities, is my understanding of how Marine typically gets thrown around in terms of designation for armed forces. I'm trying to also maybe keep these episodes under 10 minutes. I think we're mostly in the clear for that. Until next time, excuse me. Until next time, have a good day, great day even. Chowskis.